everyone, and welcome to Montgomery College On Air. I'm Nora Kandelakis, a media production student here at MC, and I'm so excited to kick off our hour of stories, conversations, and creativity, all produced by Montgomery College students and alumni. We are thrilled that our broadcast will be seen and heard across the globe as we take part in this first ever Around the World Student Broadcast On Air event. Today we're celebrating what happens when learning meets real-world experience through the lens of our media production program. From producing documentaries and live shows to telling stories about life in the DC area, our students are hands-on from day one. We're gaining the skills to create, collaborate, and communicate across platforms through experiential learning. Throughout this hour, you'll meet some of our amazing students and graduates, hear about their projects, and see what makes Montgomery College such a unique place to learn and grow. At Montgomery College, we offer an exceptional education that opens the doors to transformative experiences, meaningful opportunities, and bright futures. In our first video, you will learn what Montgomery College is all about: exceptional education, extraordinary outcomes.
Every morning gives you a certain feeling. Like you have the potential to make something big happen.
The possibility of finding purpose. At Montgomery College, we're more than just learners.
We are the designers of our own tomorrows, building futures that didn't always feel possible.
Here, we're first-gen scholars, career switchers, and late-night learners.
We're parents, veterans, dreamers, and doers. Every day moving forward, not just in the classroom, but in the community.
And we're doing it together. From every background toward every future. Because when we rise, our communities rise with us. Our families grow stronger.
This isn't just a place to learn, it's a place to belong.
Where ambition takes flight.
Coming up, I will be joining a special student and alumni panel here in studio to talk about where our media production experience is taking us next. We will also share a few more amazing student features on local adventures and favorite food spots around the DC area. But first, let's take a closer look at Montgomery College with a video some of our students produced and how we're helping students across all our campuses build rewarding careers and achieve personal fulfillment.
Welcome to Montgomery College, located in Montgomery County, Maryland. The college offers a wide range of affordable, supportive, exceptional, and flexible programs, with campuses in Rockville, Germantown, and Silver Spring. Montgomery College is home to one of the most diverse student bodies in Maryland, making it an excellent place for students to begin their career journey. We visited all three Montgomery College campuses and explored the three wonders of each campus. Starting with Rockville, we visited the Science Center and saw Stan the T-Rex. The Rockville campus has a permanent life-size replica of the T-Rex skeleton known as Stan. Stan is one of the most complete T-Rex skeletons ever found and is used to educate the public and students about science, with faculty utilizing the specimens for studies in biology, physics, and geology. The skeleton was a donation from Discovery Communications in 2019 and is named after Stan Sakrasin, the amateur paleontologist who discovered the original fossil fragments. We interviewed a student who was just leaving their class at the Science Center and asked them what they think of the campus.
What do I think of the Rockville campus? It's a pretty good campus. I think my favorite part is probably the Ackerman Learning Center. It's a bunch of good opportunities for tutoring and study centers. And other than that, it's just an all-around good campus.
Next, we went to Tacoma Park, also known as the Silver Spring campus. We are in the Catherine and Isaiah Leggett Math and Science building, located at the Tacoma Park campus. Here at the planetarium, it features a 30-foot tilted dome for immersive projections. All seats are movable to accommodate various group sizes. This is part of Montgomery College's commitment to STEM education. The planetarium uses the Digistar 7 system, a state-of-the-art digital planetarium software. It can simulate the night sky from any location on Earth at any time in history or the future. It can also offer real-time sky observations through the Digistar Cloud Library. It includes visuals from the James Webb Space Telescope for deep space exploration. While visiting the planetarium, we asked a student what they like about the Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus.
What I like about the Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus is that the community here is diverse. There are a lot of students who come from all over the place in Montgomery County, and I just love how small it is.
Last but not least, the Germantown campus. We are next to the iconic globe at the Montgomery College Germantown campus. It is known as Earthoid. It's a local landmark as it's a massive spherical water tank that can be visible from I-270 and Route 118. As you can see, it is designed to resemble the Earth and was designed by Peter Freudenberg in 1980. Gallons of water maintained by the Washington Suburban Sanitary Commission, or known as the WSSC. It has become a symbol of environmental awareness, especially during Earth Day celebrations. It also has been repainted multiple times to maintain its vibrant appearance. Right now I'm pointing to Brazil, specifically the Sao Paulo province, known for its vibrant reds. Few students were enjoying their time off between classes by tossing a football around. We asked one of them to share their thoughts on the Germantown campus.
What I like about the Germantown campus is that it's free, it's flexible. Unimportant, yeah.
After visiting all Montgomery College locations, including the Globe at the Germantown campus, the T-Rex at the Rockville campus, and the Planetarium at the Silver Spring campus, we got to see the positive feedback that the students liked about the campuses they were currently enrolled in. Each one of these students are focusing on varieties of career paths that are all offered across the 3 campuses here in Montgomery County, Maryland.
Welcome back. You are watching Montgomery College on Air from Rockville, Maryland, just outside Washington, D.C. I'm Carolina Galeano, a video producer here at Montgomery College, and I will be moderating this very special panel today. With us today, we have current media production student and our student host, Nora Kanalakis, fellow media production students, Kyle Leacock, Anthony Pineda, and recent production graduate and current University of Maryland student, Brandon Rodriguez. Nora, I want to start with you and ask about your experience with Smithsonian Folklife Festival. Let's show everyone the story you produced, and then we can talk more about it.
So when I'm writing poetry, sometimes it kind of just feels like a string of words, but then when I read it out loud to myself, I'm like, oh, this is the actual piece of art, and that's what gets presented to an audience. My favorite color right now is the color of my people. The sea they voyaged, cobalt waves carved by outrigger and prayer. Today I read a poem about the Philippines called My Favorite Color is the Philippines. The brown overlap pattern of skin when hugging someone. The dark and the folds of wrinkled eye corners. The bamboo and the wooden, the construction of stores. Reading it today made me feel really joyful because it's a very happy poem. It's talking about like the pride and beauty of the islands. I was very joyful reading it, being able to share my pride of being part Filipina with the audience.
Nora, tell me about that experience. I mean, what was that like, just being right there at the National Mall, working with the Smithsonian Institution, and being a field producer?
Yeah, exactly. So it was a really great experience. It was honestly a really big honor. And you know, there's a lot of prep that goes into work like that, so working with mentors and other student interns. And then it's just really just being at the mall and adapting to the needs of the Smithsonian, and then also pivoting to a lot. Of course, there's a lot of technical concerns when you're filming and creating a video, but then it's just being present and seeing what is actually happening and then capturing that video in order to tell the story that you've kind of envisioned this whole time.
Awesome. I'm sure it's given you
phenomenal work to show for your portfolio. Now, Brandon, you just graduated from MC. Now you've been, gathering more skills, more experience. Tell me, what are some of the topics, and really for all of you, what are some of the topics you're exploring right now in your classes, in your coursework?
So for me, I'm taking a few classes. Projects I'm doing is a brochure, and that one I recently finished over the weekend, and that one was just talking about symmetry, just asymmetrical design, and just how to use both in making a brochure. And short film, I'm familiar with making that from making short film projects at Montgomery College. And photography, that's just one of my hobbies I'd like to do in general. I picked that up last year using my Canon camera, and I've been having fun since, and I take a variety of photos for events, just Montgomery College, Shady Grove, and just anything I find fitting.
Great. Kyle and Anthony?
I mean, yeah, we obviously just recently did this big broadcast, which focuses on, life in the DMV and all that, but obviously we do other topics too in the class. We're currently doing a demonstration show where you demonstrate something like live, and then we also do like green screen testing and like infomercials too, which is really fun. But yeah, and I'm sure Kyle, he's in the class.
Yeah, no, it's a really good class to learn about like what happens in the studio, what like people do, what roles, how to do those roles effectively, what proper etiquette in the studio is like. It's very, very helpful for people who want to actually get into this field and possibly become producers, people who are on camera, people who work with cameras, maybe even in audio. Like it's all there. It's a great program, and I'd recommend it to anybody.
Sounds like you're all getting exposed to a lot of different things, from different roles in a studio to photography and even design, which is great. We're going to continue discussing more shortly, but first, let's take a look at a project completed by recent graduate Tito Torres, where he explores a unique take on a much celebrated culinary topic in Not Your Average Nachos.
These are nachos. And these are not your average nachos.
Today, we're in beautiful Edgewater, Maryland at 100 Lots Kitchen and Bar, where they're about to introduce to us some nachos that we've never seen before. Let's go find Chef Dustin and check out what he's got cooking for us. Come on. What's up, Dustin? Good to see you again.
How you doing?
Good. So, what are these crazy nachos that you've come up with? You've reinvented, reimagined, recreated nachos. What's the idea?
So we're gonna do some bison Wellington nachos.
Bison Wellington nachos?
Yeah, and what I have here is I made some puff pastry chips.
Can I touch these?
Yeah, go ahead.
Puff pastries?
A little different, right?
Hold on, bison Wellington nachos?
Yep.
So this is like the pastry that goes over top of a Wellington.
Correct. Normally it's a filet mignon that you sear with some seasonings on it, and then you rub it with Dijon mustard, cover it with some couple slices of prosciutto, and then a mushroom duxelle. And then you put that in between the meat, the Dijon, the prosciutto, and then the puff pastry goes on the outside. You wrap it and then you bake it again until it's temperature.
How'd you get them to like stay so, they're like sturdy, they're nice and thick. That's incredible. So this is the first part, these are the chips.
So those are the chips, just like the way you were impressed. When I was done with this, I was really impressed with the way it came out, so I like it like this.
Wow, I'm excited now. All right, what do we got next?
So this is my bison chuck roast that I've been roasting for probably about 3 hours.
Whoa.
I have it roasting with some red wine and some beef stock and some onions, some garlic. I make some garlic oil here. I put a little bit of that in there.
Wow, and why bison?
So we have a local bison farm around here that kind of intrigues me a little bit. I feel like if I was to cook you a bison steak, I wouldn't even think that it was being close to beef unless I told you that it was.
Yeah, I think this might be the first time I'm ever having bison. What is this? Is this the prosciutto?
So yeah, all I did was I sliced some prosciutto really thin, and then I fried it and dried it after that so that it would become crispy.
Okay, and that's just gonna be kind of like a topper on top?
Correct.
All right, awesome. And is this bison also?
No, this is my onion and mushrooms. So that's what I put in place of what I would call the duxelle. Since I'm making these into nachos, I left it very big and chunky so that you can see them, so that you can taste them when we're eating the nachos. But that's definitely going to take the place of the flavor of the duxelle.
It kind of almost looks like a pate, doesn't it? What they want to spread around there?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then I also have some crumbled goat cheese, but I have that in the fridge just since it's kind of a warmer day. I don't want it to be all creamy.
Okay. Are we ready to build then?
Absolutely.
All right, let's build. Where do we start?
Let me grab the cheese.
All right, so building nachos. What chefs inspire you? Do you have a favorite chef?
I used to watch a lot of Mario Batali. He was always my favorite.
Oh yeah, Mario Batali is huge.
And I really, really like Anne Burrell. She recently just passed away. I think the reason I really appreciate her is because when I was coming up in the kitchen, it was very almost like unheard of for women to be the powerful role in the kitchen. And that was very, very inspiring to me. That isn't as respected for not the right reasons. Still going for it and doing it in such a harsh environment. And she was a beast in the kitchen too. I don't know if you ever watched her.
No, I haven't.
She's amazing.
So what's your favorite dish to make?
So my favorite way to cook is cooking things that I've never made before.
These look so good, by the way.
Thank you. So a lot of chefs always get that question. My favorite thing to cook is something I've never made before. I like
Good
cooking.
answer.
I like cooking. I'm probably going to do it differently than they do because I do stuff way differently, obviously, with the way these nachos are. So I tend to find a way to knead it so that I can go and cook that thing that I've never cooked before, or cook that technique I've never cooked before. I've made a crab cheesecake before.
A crab cheesecake? Crab cheesecake?
I just like
as a dessert?
No, it was an appetizer. But
Oh.
It sold very, very well. I had customers coming in and ordering 2 of them as entrees.
Cheesecake for an appetizer. Crab cake cheesecake? Now I want you to make that.
So now we'll go on with the Dijon cream.
How strong is the Dijon?
Really, I'm just trying to get tanginess from it. So that, along with the goat cheese here.
That's the perfect word for it, tanginess, just from the smell.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can see how creamy this goat cheese is just from the humidity in the room. That's why I had it in the fridge when we first started talking about it.
Okay. And all that will just melt into the Dijon?
Well, goat cheese melts kind of funny. It'll certainly get creamier, but these dollops will still be there. Goat cheese is delicious. I don't know how much you've had goat cheese before, but it's probably one of my favorite things in the world. It's very, very good.
All right, do we have anything else that we got to put on this?
We don't have anything else we got to put on it. We just got to bake it.
All right, let's throw it in the oven.
Goat cheese melts kind of funny. It doesn't really fall apart.
Like liquefy and...
Right, but it's way smoother than most cheeses. You'll see that when you go to eat it.
And what have you prepped over here?
Well, it's a green onion, but it's really just for the visual effects, but it'll also make it all taste better. Now I think we should try them.
Those look fantastic. Would y'all like to try Chef Dustin's Bison Wellington Nachos? If so, let him know in the comments. Demand that one.
Here we are, Tito. Dig in. Bon appetit.
Oh my God. This looks crazy. I'm gonna dig right in so that I get a fully loaded piece with a big piece of bison. Oh. This is nuts. All right.
I think that means it's good.
There is so much happening in here. there's so much going on. Like, you weren't lying about the Dijon mustard. That mixed with the goat cheese. I've never had anything like this.
Yeah, it's really outside the box. Like I said, I got really excited when I came up with the idea. So,
Dustin, this is amazing.
I'm glad you like it.
I've had a lot of nachos recently. These are spectacular.
I'm glad you like them.
I don't think I've ever had anything so decadent.
Thank you.
Would you like that one with me? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try some of the prosciutto also. Oh my God.
Yeah, they're really good.
You were so right about the bison. That's what I'm trying to find more of that.
There's plenty of it on there.
I don't even know how to describe like the flavors that are going on right now. There's so much happening inside of these nachos. Like, you should be really, really proud of what you've created. They're absolutely one of the best nachos I've ever had in my life.
Thank you.
And everybody needs to try these. Would you like to try these nachos? Should 100 Lots add this to their menu? If so, tell them in the comments that you demand that they put this on their menu. If we get enough comments, they're gonna do it, right?
Absolutely.
There you go, there you have it. Chef Dustin, thank you
very
so
much,
much. These were the best. And we'll see you all next time.
Welcome back. You are watching Montgomery College on Air. And as we're watching these videos made by students like you all, I wanted to ask you, what is it like to be a media production student here at Montgomery College? Nora.
Yeah, that's a great question. So I would first say that it's just really engaging. It's hands-on, it's student-run, and you really get to dip your toes in as many ponds as you wish. And by that I mean lighting, you get to do creative vision development, audio, you can work as a producer, as a director, and we really go through the whole production cycle.
Awesome. Brandon, you have some experience now having transferred out of MC, so tell us a little bit, what was it like when you were a student here?
It's very exciting because not only are you just discussing the theory behind how to create amazing films, but you actually get hands-on experience creating just student short films. Like, I remember taking a class called television directing, and that's where you get to actually really just make and work with a lot of students in that team. And if you want to continue and improve upon that, MCTV is a great opportunity to get further experience with that. They also have a radio station there too. And I worked at those opportunities when I was a student here, and they really offer you just a position in leadership, just technical skills, understanding terminology, just applying your knowledge and working with a diverse range of just people beginning, people who already have the skills already, and just working with people. That's the best way to get experience, just working with people, not just thinking about it, but actually working with people is where you get the most experience overall.
Yeah. How about you, Anthony?
No, yeah, as they both said, I mean, it's great because every day you come in and it's like you're always working on a new project, or you're always like, you know, doing a different thing. You always have a different job every production, and it's very nice to get hands-on experience, as Nora said. It's just, yeah, it's always very exciting. And like Brandon said, there's even here at MCTV, you can broaden that experience and, you know, get paid for it too. So no, it's very exciting. I really do like the aspect of, oh yeah, it's never really the same day. Maybe one day I'm in audio, one day I'm in lighting, or like directing with the directing class, one day I'm in charge and I'm telling everybody what to do. So like I said, very exciting. Yeah.
What I like the most about it is that it's very like you just get put into it and you have to do the job like immediately. Like even if you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna figure it out as you go. Because once your professor will let you know how to do it, then it's up to you to decide like what decisions are good and what decisions are bad. And if you do end up making some sort of mistake, you know for next time that you can do it again but better. And I think that that's probably the most important part, at least for me, because being able to correct a mistake that you made in the past is the best way to learn, at least ultimately for me anyways.
Now, for many of you, this could be, you know, the experiences that are shaping your, not just your portfolio, but, you know, where you're going to head next. So I'd love to hear a little bit about that. What are your plans after you graduate?
Yeah, so after graduating, I'm really excited too. So my goal is basically to work full-time in the media production industry, producing real-world compelling videos.
For me, I'm not sure what I want to do yet. I just have use just Adobe to create a lot of just amazing videos with that. I use a software called FL Studio to create music too, and just getting as many skills as you need, graphic design, photography, videography, just helps just keep your options open for the future.
I might take a page from Brandon's book and transfer to UMD or Towson really after I graduate. This is my final semester. And I also, on the side, always love doing voiceover work, so I want to definitely try and broaden that more, get my voice known and out there, and try to get more gigs doing that. So that might be very exciting. So.
Yeah, as someone who's also graduating at the end of this year, I want to either work with the radio stations or with the television broadcasting network, or even be able to independently monetize my own independent works and have something come out of that. But either way, I do want to be in some sort of media production, post-production site, something at the end of all of it.
Awesome,
Yeah.
Awesome. And now, being a student always comes with challenges. Sometimes you're dealing with things at home or things, just a job. So I'm curious, how has the college supported you along the way? What kind of supports or resources have you found to be particularly helpful in your time here at Montgomery College?
Yeah, so I'd say that the classroom approach is just so supportive. I think that it's really fosters a sense of community where individuals are working together and we all kind of stay on the same, keep a similar pace together through the program, and no one gets left behind. And I think that's been really helpful for me as a student and to learn. And then I think also with the club SMPTE, Society for the Motion Picture and Television Engineers, has been really supportive because it's exposed me to industry professionals. And then I really get like the inside scoop of what it's like being a professional working in the media production field. And it kind of guides me and inspires me along my path.
I would say the professors are a highlight of Montgomery College because a lot of them have experience in radio, television, and they do offer you that experience and just thinking like, oh, this is how we work in these industries. And just getting you to think not like a student, but thinking more like a professional in the industry and having an efficient mindset and just communicating with the proper terminology, just so that you communicate, hey, I'm actually a professional and I know how to do just a lot of stuff in just the most efficient way. I know how to communicate just in a polite manner too. I know how to communicate ideas despite what level of knowledge you may come from.
Yeah, to elaborate more on what Brandon said here, the professors are very much supportive. Like, I would get emails saying, hey, here's a meeting for SMPTE, as Nora mentioned, and it's a great way, SMPTE, as you said, a great way to network. So yeah, professors are always ready to like give you, the inside scoop of how it is, what things are going to be like once you're actually really on the field. And I'd also say other students are really supportive. We're all on the same boat. If everybody's doing the same production and one person isn't doing their part, the whole thing might crumble. So we all need to, kind of carry each other on our backs and, really carry us through each project and each production.
Yeah, no, I mean, the professors, again, they're just the backbone of all of it. They treat us like we're working in a workspace, not like that we're in a classroom. And that's something I really appreciate, because in a lot of other classes I've been in, it's very much like you're a student filling out assignments and doing classwork. In this, the classwork feels like a job, and I like that a lot, because when you go out into the real world and do these jobs, it's just going to be the same thing. You've already done it before. You have the experience, you have the confidence to do it, and it's not like you're going to feel like you don't know what you're doing, because you've already had the experience of being in that workplace. But now you're actually in it, you're doing it professionally, and I like that a lot.
I love what many of you are saying, that MC has given you not just a hands-on experience, but the feel of very much this is what it could be like in the real world, right? And having that, building that rapport with the professors, learning how to communicate, how to explain, how to be organized, how to work collaboratively. I think all of that really encompasses what media professionals like us do, right? I'd love to hear a little bit more. Just how did you all get into this? What inspired you to want to pursue this?
Yeah, so I would say my inspirations for studying video creation were when I was studying. I did a semester abroad in Spain, and I just really fell in love with the camera and like the structure of like basic movie making and the history of video creation as a concept and as a practice. And so, yeah, it just kind of brought me, and so here I am.
Cool. Brandon?
For me, it's really started in high school, where I just started creating music videos. That just got me thinking about this is a possibility, but I never really actually thought of it and solidified it until I came to Montgomery College. And that is when I took a course called Intro to Mythology, and the professor there recommended me to apply for the digital storytelling internship after seeing one of my videos I created about the story of Oedipus. And from there, it just got me thinking, oh, this is really fun, making videos, just being in this industry. So from just going from that internship to media production, that's where I really found the fun and joy of just creating stories with digital storytelling and just making videos that feel like they're part of me and just express just something that I'm very passionate about. And I do not regret a single moment of that.
No, yeah, I actually started off in a business major when I first came here to MC, but I quickly realized this isn't for me. I'm a creative person at my heart, and ever since I was a kid, I've always liked, camera and like all this production work. I've seen family members, working there, so I quickly switched out of business, and I realized, no, I should be doing media production. And like Brandon says, I don't regret it. I'm much more happy doing this, and it's very fun, and I'm very excited to continue doing it later on in the future.
Yeah, when I was like way younger, I would just be watching videos on the internet, like YouTube, just like seeing people share their experiences and kind of write their own stories as to what's happening in their lives, and I thought that was really inspiring. So that ended up making me want to make my own sort of stories and share my experiences, and which I did. And as I got older and I learned how to write more effectively and tell better stories, it just drove me to becoming somebody who could be in the media production sphere, getting more talented with editing softwares and audio and all the like in the studio. So
that's awesome. Thanks for sharing all of that. Well, next we are going to take a look at a video directed by panelist Anthony Pineda with a student perspective on living in Rockville, Maryland, where this campus first opened in 1965.
With an estimated population of over 1 million in 2024, Montgomery County makes for one of the most diverse places in not just Maryland, but in the U.S. as a whole, with Rockville and Rio being two places where the cultures really come together. With endless stores, it may be daunting to somebody new, but there are definitely some must-visits in the area. Like the Micro Center. The Micro Center is a huge specialty store that technology enthusiasts can't get enough of. It's your one-stop shop for all things electronics. It's also very lucky to have one, as you can't find a Micro Center in every state. Some of the other stores offer more unique and rare shopping opportunities, seldom found somewhere else. The Hobby Works is a store for craft and hobby enthusiasts where you can buy products for many different enthusiasts alike. You'll find trains, paints, tons of miniature cars, and more at this fine store. Once you're hungry, you can try out Tea Mania, an Asian European sit-down cafe and bakery. With their combination of Asian cuisine and European pastries, this place opened up right next to the Edoland. Okairi, which translates to welcome home in Japanese, is a cafe with an anime store attached to it. The menu mixes sweet and savory in ways that appeal to both fans of Japanese culture and people who are just curious. The decor also has touches of anime culture. One reviewer mentioned the bathroom has a Totoro door, plus vines and pictures from studio. You'll come across Ibisu Japanese Life Store, an immersive stop for anyone curious about Japanese goods and culture. The moment you step inside, you feel it. This isn't just a grocery store or a small gift shop. It's a, quote, life store. Here, shelves are lined with authentic Japanese snacks and drinks. There are beauty products you've maybe only spotted online. And there's an arcade-like corner with claw machines and gachapon capsule toy vending machines. A little reminder of Japan's playful street culture. Practically everyone in Montgomery County appreciates and embraces the diverse set of people who call this place home.
My favorite part about working here in Montgomery County is the amount of diversity I see in people's cars when they come into the shop. Every day is different from the day before. Some days I see people from all the way from Europe, other days I see people all the way from Asia. Every day is something different. That's something I love about working here in Montgomery County. Other ways all the way from the Middle East, all the way to Asia, or home. Sometimes I like going to my favorite little restaurant called A Little Bite of China. Amazing food, I love it. But there's also other places I like going to, like places from home, like Taco Bamba, which is somewhere I would usually occasion pretty often. Something I want people coming to Montgomery County to know is that no matter what your cultural background is, you'll always be accepted here. Montgomery County is full of people who are willing to embrace your culture and share their cultures with you. Every day you'll see new cultures, no matter where you go, if it's just shopping, or if it's going out to eat, or just for a walk, you'll see new culture and be able to experience them. And that's something I feel like everybody that comes to Montgomery County should know.
Gaithersburg Rio is more than just a shopping and entertainment destination. It's a space where the community comes alive. Places like Rio are a perfect reflection of Montgomery County as a whole. Families stroll along the boardwalk, children laugh as they run across open plazas, and friends gather at outdoor patios, sharing meals from around the world. People from all walks of life mingle naturally, passing one another with smiles, conversations, and shared experiences. Even the colors of the sunset seem to highlight the vibrancy of this place, warming the plaza and reflecting on the water, creating a scene that feels alive and welcoming. The restaurants, shops, and cafes here reflect the county's global flavors, offering everything from fresh international cuisine to unique treats you won't find anywhere else. From bustling markets in Rockville to the lively energy of Rio, Montgomery County thrives because of its diversity. Every person, every story, and every culture has a place here, coming together to create a community that is vibrant, inclusive, and unmistakably unique.
Welcome back. You are watching Montgomery College on Air from Rockville, Maryland, just outside Washington, D.C. And we're back with our panel, and we just watched this great video by Anthony. So tell us a little bit, what does it feel like to know that your video, your work, is being seen on a global scale, on this global broadcast?
It's honestly really exciting, almost even a little overwhelming, but no, it's very satisfying seeing something that, you put so much work into being shown out there. Not only that, it's such a local project. I'm very happy to show off what we have to offer here. And it was just very it put a big smile on my face, just knowing this is what I put my work towards. Here is just showing it to everybody. So very much just satisfying and just very much overall happy. I can't even come up with the words as how happy I am. Yeah.
Great. What about you? I mean, I know we're going to be watching your work. We saw your work as well. So yeah, Kyle, let us know. How do you feel?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just like Anthony said. It's this undescribable feeling of elation, because you put so much work and time into doing this thing that you care a lot about, and you get to put it out there for people's eyes to actually see. Because a lot of the time, this comes from personal experience, a lot of the time when you put something out there, not too many people see it, even though you put maybe even a week or a month into it. So being able to get that feedback or get that response, it hits different. So it's very, very nice to actually have people see what we put our work into.
Yeah. What about you, Nora?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that it's really exciting, and I'm just so grateful to be able to share stories of powerful individuals, and also to connect with a global community of media makers.
Mm-hmm. Brandon?
It's wonderful because oftentimes I run into students who don't even know some of the buildings exist here on campus. They don't know the technical center where the radio station is, exists. They don't know some of the TV studios that exist here on campus. So not just sharing that with Montgomery College, just on a global scale, really just highlights just what we're capable as students. And that's really exciting just to see that a global audience can see that, and if they just talk to us, they say, oh, these are really amazing, and then we can even share our own experiences, making our own videos too. And that's just where communication and just connecting and networking really starts.
And that's really what a community college, an institution like this, should be able to offer students, right? It's really to kind of give you all a platform and an ability to elevate your work, right? Not just the quality of it, but where it gets seen. So you should be very proud. We are all proud of what you all have accomplished so far and what you will continue to do in the future. It is not quite dinner time yet, but in the US, though it might be time to eat after you see our next clip. Directed by panelist Kyle Leacock, this video explores the culinary roots of Kim In Thai restaurant in Rockville, Maryland.
Have been doing the restaurant business since 2006. The name Kin Im, the word is kin, right? In Thailand, it means eating. The second word is im, that means full. Like when you're eating and you feel full, you feel happy, that become the name of the restaurant. We like to have customer come here, enjoy eating, happy. I started in 2018. It's like my number 4th restaurant that I have been operated. When I got here in USA, like 1998, I used to work at the Bencherong Thai next to in the shopping next to this location. Here, like this area, like this local in Rockville, really like Thai food. Based on my experience, that's this is my 4th location. I would like to kind of like introduce food into more Thai authentic compared to the other location that I opened in 2006. We have to be more like American style. We'll do like more authentic, more tasty. We can offer different variety of the food, also depending on the material. Right now we can get like pretty much everything from Thailand, so we can produce very close to what we have in Thailand. Here we are really busy restaurant. You guys can see on the review and everything. Every Thai restaurant, people gonna like pad Thai, drunken noodles, Penang, green curry, and Thai fried. The Chinese broccoli, really popular in Thailand. For the Thai salad, if you go to Thailand, every corner, like on the street food, you're gonna find like papaya salad, pad Thai, pad siu, like every corner, in Thailand. According to the restaurant name, Kin Im, customer gonna feel happy eating. Try to buy good material, fresh stuff for customer that come here and enjoy eating. I also make sure that reasonable price is also the strong point of my restaurant. We don't want to take too much advantage to the customer. We just want people to come and enjoy and come often. So my first one is in Gettysburg. It's called Titanium, which is in Kentland. We still operate it as a Thai restaurant since this is like my 20 years of that. And my second one I had is in Washington DC, which is now I'm no longer have it. So it's too far to commute and too difficult to running around to operate it. My third one is called Cham Thai, which is located in downtown Silver Spring. I had that one since 2011. This is my fourth one. We also have another kinim, that the fifth one in Vienna, Virginia. I use different names because I like to be dependent. So we can change the menu, doesn't matter like which location. Everywhere has different type of cooking, different type of menu. Like some of menu maybe it's different, but some of the basic stuff, so it's going to be the same, like pad thai, Dunkin' noodle, or Penang, or papaya salad. Those kind of things going to be same, except some like signature dish that we have for each locations. So that might be different.
Welcome back. You are watching Montgomery College on Air, and as we keep talking about just the various things you all have learned here in your time as students, I'm curious, what are some specific skills that you feel like you are taking with you onto your next, professional step? Nora?
Yeah, so I would say that I really learned a lot about the switchboard, learning about how to be the director and how that works. And in addition, I learned about the computer graphics. So those are really good skills that I learned. And also, I learned about what it means to be a part of a team and to know about all the individuals that it truly takes to create a video production.
Yeah, definitely teamwork. Kyle, how about you?
Above all else, communication. So having to be able to talk to people and let them know what the plans are, having to get people's contact information so you can talk with them when you're not meeting or when they're not even there with you to do the project. That is above all else like the most important thing I learned, because if you're not able to communicate with people who don't show up or people who happen to have different plans for an idea and you can't get that, then the production falls apart. Someone makes something that wasn't even supposed to be in there and then they can't use it and all other kinds of things. So being able to like cohesively come together and bring something together that makes sense, you got to talk about it. You got to have communication.
Yeah. Anthony?
I'd say leadership, 100%, especially after this directing class. I'm so used to, being told what to do, working with the team. When it came my turn to actually tell people what to do, and Kyle knows this, I'm over here waiting. I'm like, why is no one doing anything? And they're like, we're waiting on you. And I'm like, oh, right, I'm in charge here. So 100% it's that
yeah, setting expectations, What about you, Brandon? What do you think? What are some skills? I know you've walked away with many, so what do you feel like really stands out?
The biggest one I would say is working efficiently, because there are a lot of people who know how to create stuff, but creating it quickly, that will really stand out amongst all the other skills you have. Because if somebody can create, a thumbnail in 1 hour, but you know how to create it in 30 minutes, that's going to really separate you from the rest of your peers. And I have Mr. O'Neill to thank for this, but he was the one who really drilled into me just knowing keyboard shortcuts, because knowing how to go to a tool into Adobe was really helped make an edit go from it takes 10 minutes, it can be done in a minute or just even less. So that working just efficiently is the biggest thing that will separate you, just being able to make rapid edits, they're just walking by, you just change it in 30 seconds. That's a pretty nice change. I like it, I don't like it, and that just improves just the workflow, because if you're able to get feedback, you can edit more, and then you can make those edits get a constant loop of feedback edits, and that really helps separate just days of work into just a day, or maybe just an hour. And that's really just amazing that Montgomery College, and specifically MCTV and Mr. O'Neill, taught me just when I was here.
That reminds me, or that makes me think that you can learn a lot of things from your professors and the people around you. But if you could maybe shadow a famous or a very accomplished somebody in the field, who would that person be? I'm curious what you would pick. Who you would pick? Nora.
Yeah, so I think I would have to say David Attenborough would be really exciting to be able to shadow and to collaborate with. Just focusing on ocean conservation and marine documentaries is really kind of like the field that I'm super interested in. And then just to learn about his approach towards narrative storytelling, creating really exciting and captivating narratives that just bring in the viewer and kind of immerse them in the world and the natural environment.
Brandon?
I would go with Hans Zimmer, and he worked many times with Christopher Nolan on several films, and I always appreciate the fact that music in its own way tells its own story too. So not only with the video that's playing, but just the music really elevates just the emotional beats of a film. And Hans Zimmer, especially with The Dark Knight, really created amazing music for that film, and just being able to learn from somebody who created such fantastic music would be an amazing experience to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, and expanding on that, I mean, well, not Hans Zimmer, but Christopher Nolan. I mean, I really want to know, what is he thinking? You know, how does he come up with these movies? Like, everybody knows The Dark Knight, Interstellar, but I'm like, movies like Tenet, which is such a mind-boggling film, I really want to be there and be like, how did you come up with this? Like, did you just sit down and bam, or did you like, it's just, I really want to see how he communicates. And like actors like Gary Oldman even say he's an amazing director. He says one phrase and he knows exactly what to do. So I want to see, how does he get to that point, and what is his thought process, you know, and how he executes everything. I think it'd be very interesting.
I would definitely say Ryan Coogler, just because he's got such passion for the art of creating when it comes to making movies. His most recent film, Sinners, was a very great example of just how he went to research about the different cultures of the not German people, but like vampires and all that whatnot. And I thought it was very interesting that he can like just captivate people with a story like that. So I think shadowing him would be very inspiring for me.
Well, I hope each of you get that chance someday. Now, on our final student video this evening showcases Glenview Mansion, a local treasure and centerpiece of Rockville Civic Center Park.
Rockville, Maryland. A moderately sized city in the D.C. metro area with a typical urban flair. But when looking deeper within, we find some spots more hidden than others. One such spot is a living piece of history known only as Glenview Mansion. Standing away from the noise of the urban sprawl, it's an oasis of a history long since past. Featuring a neoclassical architectural design and huge rolling greens, its archaic look feels almost out of place to the greater Rockville area, but in such a charming way that gives it so much of its character. The original property was purchased in 1838 to be turned into a farm under the Bowie family, which saw the land being cleared and the original two-story house set up on the highest point of the property, appropriately named Glenview because of its advantageous view of the creek below. Glenview Farm remained under ownership of the Bowie family until 1905. The land saw a change in hands several times before 1917, when it was eventually purchased by the Lyon family. who would go on to reconstruct the property into the stately mansion and gardens we see decorating the grounds today. The formal gardens are a Victorian-styled sanctuary adjacent to the mansion. It features artwork and greenery that are well kept and maintained all throughout the course of the year. A monument to the dedication of maintaining the history which flows through every aspect of the location, giving it its rustic identity. By 1957, Glenview would end up being purchased by the city of Rockville, who have been custodians for the property ever since. The city would then later develop on the land, building the esteemed F. Scott Fitzgerald Theater, multiple tennis courts, and an educational nature center. The aforementioned educational center was built right on the Croydon Creek Nature Trail. Another attraction to the immediate Glenview area, a 2-mile trail loop with scenic waterfalls and streams, isolated from even the occasional noise of visitors to the mansion and nearby learning exhibit. Truly a picturesque location for those who wish to embrace the nature that Rockville has to offer. Coming back to Glenview now, we can see its name on the National Registry for Historic Places, which makes it officially recognized as a local historic landmark. It sees over 100,000 people and hosts 1,200 events and activities annually. It would seem that even as its history has passed, the people of Rockville still find ways to appreciate the beauty of Glenview Mansion to this very day.
What an incredible hour. A huge thank you to my fellow panelists, our wonderful moderator, Carolina, and our production team, and to everyone watching on air. Today we've seen just a glimpse of what makes Montgomery College so special, a place where life and learning go hand in hand. Our media production students are learning by doing, producing real content, collaborating with professionals, and preparing for careers in film, television, and digital media. If you'd like to learn more about Montgomery College or our media production program, visit montgomerycollege.edu and check out the Media Production AA program page to see how you can get started telling your own stories. From all of us here at Montgomery College, thank you for being part of this broadcast and for supporting student media. I'm Nora Kanalakis, and this has been Montgomery College On Air.